So a bathroom install this week, starting today. Not something we usually do, especially not domestic. We certainly do them commercial, but not domestic. But we've worked for this family before and they've had some issues with their previous contractor, so a bit of a one-off. But yeah. So this is the job. We have a toilet in there, bath and a sink. So we've got a 1700 shower tray going in across there, but at the other end, so it will be this end with a 1500 screen, 600 sink and vanity, new closed couple toilet in there and composite tiles all around, matte white cladding on the ceiling and LVT on the floor. Wish me luck. So I've been on this job now 20 minutes and already sweating, far too warm. And what is it with people overexcited about flipping silicone everywhere? Just a couple of screws would have done. Needless to say, sweet out, ready to load in the skip. So that tear out was slightly longer than expected, but the bathroom isn't. No bath, sink, walls are all clear, floor is somewhat damaged. We've got a bit of rot down here and down there, so we'll be replying this whole floor. The joists are all fine and we just have to remove all this plumbing and then run some new plumbing across here and up this wall for the shower, and then we'll just renew all these pipes, the waste, etc. So yeah, it took a lot longer than I expected, but lunchtime, not too bad. This should make a bit more sense now. So the bath, originally the waste was there and we're putting the shower at this end. That's our mixer, and that line's the shower screen. You can see there with the tape measure the size this tray is going to be, but we still need the waste to exit there because of an extension on that side of the house. So we will have to build a 4-inch pad all the way along there, which does mean we can mount our copper and our waste on top of those joists rather than notching them and then run them up behind that wall. I've had jobs in the past where it's been difficult to find the stop taps in the house, even worse in commercial, but this takes a biscuit. Imagine you were here on an emergency trying to find that. So that is day one, finished, completely ripped out, ready to first fix tomorrow. So list the jobs tomorrow: adjust them radiator pipes to suit the new towel rail that's going in. That feed down there is the toilet that needs to go under the floor. The pipe work's all gone, so we need to renew. Got our hot and cold in there, they need all renewing, and then hot and cold down here for the shower and up that wall, hot and cold across here for that sink and the cold into the toilet, and then a pad for the shower tray along there and the rest of the floor applied. And not forgetting that I still have the toilet to sort. That will come out, but obviously leaving it until the new one is ready to go in. Carpet out, that'll be getting plied as well. And this wall and along to the shower screen will be fully hardy backered, as well as the top of the shower tray. So day number 2, and we've already started. So we have in down here for the cold feed to the bathroom next, or the toilet next door, so we can have it under the floor. Not a fan of having them on shore. The vanity's going to go there as well, so whilst most of it will be hidden, I don't want it to see it in that corner or between the tray and the vanity. And then we're going to run, so that'll be the cold to there, the hot and cold to the sink, and then we're going to run hot and cold down here and up the wall. Now we've double checked our measurements. I'm eagerly awaiting somebody telling me that I can't or shouldn't be using press fit fittings in a bathroom. The fittings I'm using are rated to 70 bar, and or have been tested to 73 bar, and I am running water in here at 2. There's definitely not a problem with it. Plus we normally do commercial work, and getting a hot works permit on a commercial site is like pulling hen's teeth, literally impossible. So yeah, and there it is, a permanent joint. Yeah, why wouldn't you? You have all cold up into the bathroom, hot there right beside it, and then it drops back down to go under the floor. That is the cold feed for the shower. That is the cold feed for the sink. Down here, down there is the cold feed to the toilet, all underneath, so no longer exposed. So when I started this bathroom, there was, and we took the bath out, there was bits of dead pipe everywhere with stop ends on, bends unnecessary, just stuff that didn't really need to be in place. So I moved it all, so it's all gone. It was all along this wall here. There was pipes under the floor here that were just dead legs. So now that we've changed it, the pressure is phenomenal. How's this for the speed it fills the toilet? The toilet's like a pressure washer, and the shower's going to be phenomenal, which was one of the complaints before. The shower was really poor, so that's good. Back to sweating again. So here's where we're at. This looks a bit dramatic, but the shower pipes are going to come up here and sit around there and running this floor. They're just some redundant pipe, more redundant pipe work. And then this entire section will be filled with HardieBacker, which is completely impenetrable to water. So if the shower does ever have a leak, we don't need to worry about it. It won't actually make its way downstairs. I'm full of dust. Looks like I've been, which I haven't. It's just dust. So this wall here will also be filled with HardieBacker. Ridiculously complicated, overcomplicated pipe work. But hot and cold to the sink, hot and cold to the shower, and the toilet's already plumbed in. But this does, however, mean that we can, the bathroom starts getting fitted tomorrow, so the floors can go down, shower base can go down, HardieBacker on the wall behind me, HardieBacker on that wall, and start putting stuff in instead of ripping stuff out. It's been fully replumbed, yeah, and all the tear out's done. So 2 days in, happy days, considering we've completely relocated all of the plumbing, so it's good. Day 3, so I've been in this morning, tidied up because I left it a mess last night because we left late. So, and I can't believe how many people are invested in this bathroom. How many messages I've had, it's quite ridiculous. So, plan of action today, electrician's on his way. He's going to put the spotlight in. Richie and Taylor from RH Joinery are coming this afternoon, get the floors down, shower pad in, plumbing is, so I'm just going to get on with HardieBacker in that wall, HardieBacker in that wall, and then I'll probably get these pipes lagged, and yeah, so progress is going well. And I forgot to mention, HSA are delivering the bathroom suite today, which I'm very happy about, considering it's a 1700 tray and I think a 1400 screen with a flapper panel on the end, so that would be ridiculously heavy. So there's going to be plenty of people here to get that in and up the stairs. It's a big solid stone tray. So yeah, there'll be plenty of progress today, I'm happy. So a quick update, because quite a lot has happened, which is why I've not been uploading anything. Are going in, so they're in. The Sparkies here now doing that, the light switch, and the HardieBacker is on the walls. That's all done. Yeah, so to be honest, just need to waiting on the joiner coming to put the pad down, and we're good to go. We're flying now. And before anyone asks, yes, you can have a light switch in the bathroom. There is distances you've got to be away from, sinks and showers, baths, etc. Fully compliant, so don't come at me saying you can't have a light switch in a bathroom, because you definitely can. So we have lights, we have HardieBacker done, and we have radiator draining down. Put the new towel radiator in. And oh no, a light switch. Christ. Therefore, so I'm a bit late to the parties today because I've been out getting gear ready for today. So this is a plan of action because there's quite a lot to happen. So I've got to get this monster of a shower tray laid down. So we're going to get this HardieBackered along the top. This gap here is so I can get to the waste. Yes, the waste is going at this end because of the height of that outlet. So we're going to get this HardieBackered. Adhesive down on the tray. Yes, we do use adhesive and not sand and cement because it's just my preference. And then I need to dab some HardieBacker into that bit there so that the walls become flat, and then we can get on with putting everything in, get the toilet in, get the vanity in. Once that tray's down on flexible adhesive, it's going to be a lot to do today, hell of a lot. And I did say I wouldn't give him any of the credit because I was slightly perplexed as to how to put a 70 kilo 1700 shower tray down on my own, especially when putting it down onto flexible adhesive. I didn't want to scrape any of it out or anything. Had a long chat with my mate Kev. So Kev, you've got your credit. We will make a frame at one end to sit the shower tray on. I say we, I'm on my own. Make a frame at one end to sit one end of the shower tray on while I lower the other end, and then I can slide and drop the tray onto the adhesive rather than scrape it along and struggle. So Kev, I know I said I wouldn't give you the credit, but there's your credit. I cannot express how heavy and awkward that job was, and I've not even set the tray yet. So the HardieBacker is down, so I've had to lay the tray down so that I can line up for this waste, and I need to pick the tray back up, remove the HardieBacker, take that outside and cut that recess out with a grinder. So yeah, I'm like, whoa. I'm like half an hour in and sweating my back off already. So it's going to be a good day. So a little bit more progress update. Had a bit of trouble with the waste, but that is now resolved. So we have the shower tray there, ready to go down. HardieBacker's down, that is absolutely solid now. It's a concrete base. all screwed down. We have the waste, which is on a flexi, because of the positioning of the waste out the wall. So all you need to do is CT1 all the way along this edge, up this corner, round there, any joins, same with the join on the floor, and then we can put our flexible adhesive down and lay the shower tray. So the bit I've just done is very time consuming. That's took me probably the best part of half an hour, 45 minutes. But my intention is to make the wet area impenetrable. So if there's ever a problem when the tile fails or anything like that, it cannot leak to downstairs and cause damage downstairs. Obviously all of the walls are getting composite tiles. The floor is LVT, so if I make the shower pad completely impenetrable, if there is ever a leak, it stays contained within the bathroom. So this is it all sealed, so all the edges, every single screw head sealed all the way around along the floor, every screw, all of the joins have all been sealed. So that makes it completely impenetrable now. And it's just, there's a reason I've never been called back to a bathroom. I hope I'm not jinxing myself here, but that's the point. So this is where Kev gets his credit from. It's going to be quite difficult to do. So that base is going to be full of adhesive in a couple of minutes. That tray needs to go on it, which is ridiculously heavy. So my intention is, I'll knock this up. This will stop the tray sliding away from me. That way I can sit it on here. The adhesive won't be as deep as that is. So I can rest it on this long piece here. When I go to drop it at that end, there'll be enough room for me to get my hands out, come back to this end, and I can slide it, because the pencil line in there is the end of the tray, and it should just drop down onto the adhesive rather than me trying to manipulate such a big tray onto this pad. And yeah, so that's kind of one of the thought processes that have to go into such a job. This might make a bit more sense. So I will fill all of this area with adhesive around there. Then I'll lean this forward, lay it down. I can fill all along the back here with adhesive. And then I can lay it down on that edge. I can get my hand under here, lift it, roll it round, slide it back without dragging any of the adhesive. So that's the plan anyway, so please wish me luck. This is genuinely not put on. That was so tough, like really ridiculous. But the plan worked. It worked perfectly actually. Trays in, trays level. There it is, that is it bedded in. We had a little tiny bit that squeezed out there, and that's it. The wall's not square here, but we'll sort that with the tiles. But trays in, and I'm shaking. She's level that way, and she's level that way. Do one last check up here. She's level again. So the tray is perfectly level. It's on a completely impenetrable base, and you can't be anything but happy with that. I am now battered, but I'm very happy that's done. Trays in, trays sealed all the way around, and the waste is in. That little cut out worked out perfectly for me to get the waste in there. So I've actually started making things look good now. Got a bit of chrome on show. So on account I can now not touch the shower tray because the adhesive setting and the silicone around the edge is setting. Don't want to touch that again today, so I'm going to leave that and leave the bathroom. So this is going to be left as is now until tomorrow, which means I can move on to fitting this toilet, and that back wall where the old system was will be cleaned. So I'm going to put that in twofold really. I am sick of going to Asda around the corner, and the customer comes back Friday, so tomorrow night. So that toilet needs to be ready for them. We're going to be here on Saturday anyway, but that needs to be usable on Friday night when they get back. So 2 reasons really. 3 reasons: I don't want to stop working, the tray needs to set, I'm sick of going to Asda, and the customer needs a toilet. This is rapidly becoming another late one, but like I mentioned before, the customer is back tomorrow. But one more. The toilet is in. Looks quite smart. These bits of floor will be done on Saturday, and it works perfectly. So although I've been here a very long time, I couldn't resist. In my defence, and the reason for me wanting to start this now is just to set up my levels for tomorrow, so this can set overnight and I can crack on with the composite tiling tomorrow. Well, done it again. So that's my level all set up for tomorrow, so that can set overnight, and then when I come in tomorrow I can just carry on. Perfect. Day 5, here early this morning because I really want to get cracking. With the customer coming back today, need to get a good tidy up and get some tiles on the walls. So these are the tiles. The levels stayed as I needed them to last night. So that means I can just get the shower bay cladded up today. And these tiles go on really easy. That's just there for a level. So they're just tongue and groove. Groove at the top, tongue at the bottom. Little bead of silicone in the groove. Works perfectly. The UV stable, completely waterproof. Completely recyclable. So they're really very much worth the money. The time it takes is so much faster than tiles. They look good. There's no grout to discolour or anything like that, so I highly recommend them. Also, I know I said this yesterday, but I'm still blown away by just how many people are invested in this bathroom. I had a lady, Louise, message me last night saying she got a cup of tea ready to sit down and watch my day at work. The supplier of the bathroom, HSA, were outstanding, by the way. They do literally anything to help you out. The guy who owns that messaged me, said he's enjoying watching them, and then loads of other people just messaging who are not normally interested in this sort of thing, are messaging saying that they're genuinely invested in this bathroom and enjoying watching it getting done, which, considering I'm not one normally for going behind the camera, but somebody suggested I did it. Normally we just do like before and afters and that sort of thing. It's mad. It's mad. I like it. Back to sweating, but it's warm in here, mind. But we're flying. I keep saying we. There is no we to me. But let me show you. So the tiles are flying on. It's much easier once the levels are done. That end will be trimmed to suit that door frame once all the adhesive's gone off. But you couldn't tile that fast. And plus you've got to go back with grout and stuff like that. And tiling has a place. I think tiling, when done right, is absolutely stunning. I've just helped my friend Ian out in a bathroom. The tiling there is out of this world. But the time it takes, and then the grout discolouring over time and stuff, whereas you just don't get that with this. And plus, if one of these breaks, you can cut it out. So I'm a big advocate for these composite tiles. This is kind of aimed at Kev, because we both comment on setups and layout and all that sort of thing. So in designing the layout, I would have loved to have had this line run directly between the shower bar. However, I wanted a full tile there, because the tiles are 700, which goes to the end of the tray, a full tile there, half a tile, which means I get another full tile and a full tile. So the line won't actually run between there. However, it would have been perfect, but if this had been moved slightly that way, that would have meant that would have been slightly longer that way, would have meant I'd have had a slither down there. Now, considering this is where the customer's going to be standing or looking at the tiles the most in this room, a slither down there, then a slither there, would have just looked rubbish. So that's the reason for having this line slightly, ever so slightly offset, but this bit took a little bit longer than I expected, because I didn't expect the ceiling to be so uneven, so my last rows had to be scribed in all along the top, which is quite a tube, but we are putting cladding on the ceiling tomorrow, so that'll cover up any discrepancy. But that wall is done. I think it looks quite nice. You can see where it's had to be scribed in along the top. The ceiling drops down at this side, so but it still looks good. So we've just got to move on now, get that one drilled out and get this wall done. So much progress being made. I think I might actually get a lunch break today, which is good going. Considering we didn't plan to do the cladding until tomorrow, the tiling and cladding, so I'm very happy with how it's going. Looking really good. Time for lunch. Can't express how happy I am with these tiles behind me. It looks really, really nice. Try and zoom out there. There's another wall finished. Obviously, these where I've scribed round and stuff down here will get siliconed. Same with that corner, and then along the top's getting cladded. Matte white cladding on the ceiling. So yeah, very good. And then I'm going to stop now because the other two walls have dot-dab boards on them, just filling in void. So we'll stop now, build the vanity up and dry fit the vanity, put the shower bar on to here so that I can switch the water back on, ready for the customer getting back, and then get tidied up for the customer coming back. So that just leaves two walls and the ceiling to clad tomorrow, fingers crossed. I also forgot the elephant in the room. There is a 1400 screen with a 200 flapper end panel going on as well, which is a monster. So that is probably the biggest task of tomorrow, aside from getting this tiling finished and the cladding done. But I am dreading even getting that thing up the stairs. It's 8mm toughened glass. It is monstrous, and it's the biggest screen that HSA have sold, and they're a plumbing supply merchant, so there's not too many that big, so I am genuinely dreading that. But that said, everything else has gone relatively good, so I'm feeling positive. Last one before I finish up for the day and start tidying up. So the shower bar looks nice. This is pressurised as well, so there is no leaks. And I've just brought in the sink and vanity. Can't get it all the way back yet because I need to do the waste tomorrow. But that gives you an idea. So the tray, it looks like the two would foul and you wouldn't be able to get out, but the screen will end around here, and then it'll have an extension on it which folds in over almost like a door to stop the splashes. And these gaps here are where I didn't want pipe work, so I'm pleased I ran everything underneath to keep it all nice and tidy. So this is how we're going to be leaving it. And the toilet, as per yesterday's video, is already in, so I'm happy with that. So first setback of the day, I've gone in and there was a drip from the shower bar that I installed yesterday. Had a look, and it is the diverter valve that sends either the water to the rainfall part or to the handheld bit. It was weeping from there, very slight. Rang the supplier, they've apologised, they're going to exchange it, but it does mean a 40-mile round trip to the supplier to get the replacement, which is a bit annoying. And I did attempt to reseat the cartridge, took it out, checked for anything that was sharp inside that might have torn the seals or anything like that. I can't see anything wrong with it. Tightened the cartridge in as hard as I dared, but it just continued to weep. So I can only put it down to a defect, and I just hope it's not a batch, because I don't want to do this round trip. Get back, put it on, turn the water on, and the self-same thing happen again. So yeah, you can probably hear I'm quite frustrated, but I reiterate, it is not the merchant's fault, nor an install defect. It is almost certainly a manufacturing defect. If I look deflated, it's because I am. That shower valve ate way too much time up this morning, meaning I haven't finished. We'll be in there tomorrow to put the screen in and to put the trims on around the window, and like sealing up and stuff. And I hope me showing this and how frustrated I am kind of gives you an idea of the frustrations we as contractors have, because I can't imagine how frustrating it would be for a customer, but it is as equally as frustrating for us. Whilst this customer is incredibly understanding, they were so relaxed about it, but I think I was the one who was most frustrated. But they're being great about it, but it's I really had my heart set on finishing today, relaxing tomorrow, but that isn't going to happen. So yeah, hence the frustration. Giving my head a wobble. I'm not as downbeat today. 7 days or 6.5 days, depending on how we get on today, considering the floors were out, it's been completely replumbed. The majority of walls, well, the two shower walls have been stripped of plasterboard, hardy backered. Floors have been overboarded. It's been completely replumbed. Repositioning of equipment, repositioning of the suite. It's not actually that bad, really. 6.5 days, you know, and 5 of those being on my own. It's not really that bad. So yeah, smiling today, happier. I'm smiling, which only means I can be done, which I'm very, very happy about, and I'll let you see. So this is going to remain open for a week so that I can check under there when I come back, just to make sure there's no problems whilst everything settles. It's Customer chose white trim around there in order to match the sink, and agreed the vanity to go over there just to make more room. And we've not done the flapper panel on the end because it really isn't needed because of the sheer size of that screen, which was a monster to fit. I'm a happy, and I'm even happier that the customer is ecstatic with the bathroom. I'm talking quietly, they know I'm filming, but they are downstairs. They are very happy with the bathroom, as am I. Yeah, it just looks worlds apart from what it used to look like, so I'm going to put a video on now of day one. And lastly, but by no means least, massive thank you to Taylor and Richie from RH Joinery for their help. Unbelievable lads, good crack and helped me massively. And James Elliott of Elliott Electrical, hero, saved us a day on this as well. So yes, HSA, as ever, absolutely outstanding service, customer service, the gears. I know we had the issue with the shower bar, but they resolved it like that. So I can't thank them enough. Adam, you're a legend. Thank you very much.